All right, here we are with Cooper Webb. You're still the points leader. You didn't win, and something interesting you said at the end, that actually almost helps in its own way to keep you grounded and motivated to keep pushing.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I'm in a different situation this year, but for me, it's 17 races and it's 17 opportunities. So, yeah, I think, like I said, tonight was a good night in a whole, but, we were not too far back, but he definitely gave it to us, so I think it's something that motivates me to go to work every week. I get to ride with my teammate and Zach Osborne every weekend, so that motivates me and keeps me on my game, but there's a lot of other competition, so yeah, like I said, I think just once you get in that win, that's all you want.
Yes.
And for me, I think it helps because I've never been in this situation, so
right.
I don't know any better. So, yeah.
But even though it's new, as far as leading the points, there's still some of that old Cooper Webb. You seem to get better as the night goes on, and when it counts in the race, you seem to figure things out. Is that, I've always wondered, is that instincts? Do you think maybe more through it than other riders while you're out there? Because it seems like you're always in control of your situation, regardless of what that situation might be.
You try to be as calculated as you can, at least I try to be, but it's tough when race circumstances come at you. I think that's what practice and years of doing it will teach you, and I feel like I'm a good learner, so visually I can watch the guys or watch video or whatever it is and kind of know what I need to do, but yeah, I mean, like you said, I think my 250 ways are definitely coming back, and the racecraft is there, I feel.
How much more enjoyable is it to just get on the plane or in the car, in this case, to come to a race and be like, dude, I can win this weekend? How much better is that?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to just have that confidence again, you know, and belief, and just be that comfortable. You know, obviously when things are going down, it's hard to stay positive and stay on top of your game. But even now, you know, I think everybody takes it differently. But for me, it excites me being up top again, and being with contenders and being just in the game. It's definitely more fun when you're battling for a podium spot or top 5 or even a win compared to a 10th, you know?
Yeah. Well, okay, so how much of a difference that made? We know that you changed teams and trainers and all that, and that's obviously has to have helped. But how much did just the humbling of the last 2 years, has that made an impact?
No, for sure. And I don't think I've emphasized it enough. I mean, as much as it sucked, for me in my racing career, it was the lowest I'd ever been. So I think to get that huge eye-opener and realize just how tough this sport is and how serious and how much sacrifice you have to have is insane. So, you know, I think without those 2 years, I don't think I'd be where I am right now. You know, I think it's the ultimate motivator when you've been that low you never want to be there again. And,
I mean, did you start to wonder, like, man, this might not work out the way I planned it?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I've always felt like I'm a, you know, pretty confident person. But I said it recently in an interview, but I never felt like I lost what I had. It just it wasn't working what I was doing. So I think for me, the one thing that I always kept in the back of my mind was, and it sounds silly, but hurling. You know, my last ever 250 race, me and him went head to toe. And, you know, I fast forward 2 years later, he's the fastest man on the planet. And at 2 years before that, I was racing with him. And so I knew you don't lose that. You don't lose the talent. You don't lose the fight. You know, sure, it can. You got to brush your skill and get better, but I felt like it never went away. It was just having to find that again. And at this 450 stage, everything has to be on point. You know, and you got to have a bike, you got to have a team, a group of people, and everything. So I think I just found a great fit for me, and they kind of brought that the best out of me for sure.
But last thing, all that old Cooper Webb fire and all that, I feel like you've kept it inside. Was it the last couple of years of humbling? Is it a 450 thing? Is it the team saying that's not the way to play the game?
It's a little everything, you know, but I think I was young, you know, and I still am, obviously, but I think in the 250, we're all aggressive and fiery, and we race such short series that anything you can do to get the upper edge, you're gonna do. And I was good at that, and I still it's still there, but I've matured and I've humbled myself, and you know, now it's more of a respect thing. We race these same guys, you know, 34 weekends out of the year, and I just have learned, and from me or other people, how it just never ends well. You know, when you're, you know, punky or get into it with somebody, or you know, because you're gonna see the guy the next 34 weeks.
Yes,
so,
yes.
You know, it's my faith has helped me with that, but you know, I think just a humbling experience, the people I'm around, and just also enjoying this. You know, I think my mindset this year is totally different. Like you said at the press conference, my goal was to win, and but my real goal this year was just improve.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm still doing that. And I think when you have that attitude, you have a more approachable attitude, you know?
We kind of like the old drama a little bit. Maybe someday, maybe a little bit.
I mean, that's the good thing. I think the fire and the aggression is still there. But, yeah, I mean, we, I don't know. I can't tell you.
You got to grow up sometime.
I guess you got to grow up eventually, man.
Okay. All right. Hey, good work. Still the points leader, but still humble. Good combination.
Trying.
Yeah. Thanks, man.